Greetings, today is October the 14th of 2020. So I'm probably uniquely positioned to be really excited about this topic, and it may bore the rest of you, I don't care. 10 years ago when I created this YouTube channel, Lex the Robot, it was specifically to show some footage that I had shot at Star Wars Celebration in Orlando, Florida, about upcoming Star Tours merchandise and things. Big Star Tours fan. Lex is a play on Rex the Robot plus my name Alex. Rex the Robot being, of course, the song from the disco era, but I always included that song on my audio compilations of Star Tours audio. So, because of Captain Rex, who is now known as DJ Rex at Galaxy's Edge. But over the years, this channel has come to predominantly be Ghostbusters related. So now there's been a little Easter egg that combines the two loves. 2 days ago on Facebook, it was brought to my attention by a guy named Robert McGinty, and I assumed I was seeing a Star Tours post because it was a photo from Galaxy's Edge. But no, he had posted it in a Ghostbusters group. There's a place in Galaxy's Edge called Dok-Ondar's. You remember the great hammerhead alien in the original Star Wars cantina, designed by the late Ron Cobb, who just passed away last month? Well, Dok-Ondar is a member of that species, the Ithorians. And he's, well, how does one put it? He's an obtainer of rare antiquities. He has a shop called Dok-Ondar's Den of Antiquities. And in the shop, there's a display, and it's supposed to be an infant Sarlacc. You remember from Return of the Jedi? Return of the Jedi came out in 1983. Ghostbusters came out in 1984. Kind of thematically close there. And among all the other displays, this one is kind of unique because it's red, like a containment unit from Ghostbusters, and it's got black and yellow caution striping on the side. Unfortunately, this falls into the category of my Ghostbusters pet peeves, I guess, a little bit, because Robert McGinty shared this photo and he got pushback from other fans who were like, black and yellow stripes don't mean it's Ghostbusters. Okay, thanks for being that guy. But anyway, those people aside, what was really cool was that some of the symbols on the side of this Sarlacc containment were specifically symbols that you see on a proton gun. Matter of fact, if you go all the way around to the opposite side, these 5 circles always make me think of maybe stylized phases of the moon. They can be found in white on red on this Sarlacc containment unit, but on the original proton gun, they're red on black. I guess they changed it because red on red wouldn't have worked. These white X'd out squares with the graphics in the middle appear on a proton gun below the switches on the main body. And then there's this whitish wiring diagram schematic thing, and it can be found in red on the proton gun itself, red on the end filter of a proton pack, and also in white on the ghost trap pedal. And I infamously had a glitch with mine and had to completely redo this particular piece of my ghost trap pedal. So you got the ghost trap, you got the thrower, you've got the end filter on the pack. These symbols are specifically Ghostbusters symbols. Now, I told Robert that I was going to credit his photos in a video topic. I asked for his permission to use them, and he said, well, actually, it was my wife, Leslie, that spotted it. So, good job, Leslie, for being in Galaxy's Edge and nudging your husband and saying, that's Ghostbusters right there. So I wanted to dig and find out a little bit more. I already had this book, which is sold at Target. You can see the little Target sticker there. And actually, I've got my Target receipt in here as my bookmark. And it said about the Sarlacc on display that it was a juvenile. The Sarlacc named Simpy is but a juvenile. Fully grown specimens grow more than 100 meters long. This display provides a fine overview of how the creatures burrow into sand and wait for prey to fall into their gaping maw. Locals brag that the Sarlacc is the specimen brought to the outpost by famed smugglers Han Solo and Chewbacca. It talked about that occurring in issue 1 of the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge comic book by Marvel. I just happened to go to Target the same day and found a collection of the first 5 issues of the Galaxy's Edge title on a 20% off clearance. So this also has a Target sticker on it. And sure enough, it's kind of cool the way he... there's a bad guy who is dangling off the back of the Millennium Falcon, and that sort of serves as bait to get this Sarlacc for them to bring to Dok-Ondar. So was Han Solo the guy that put all the Ghostbusters symbols on the side of this Sarlacc containment unit in Dok-Ondar's? No, because in issue 5, the Sarlacc in the original container is broken free and allowed to attack some more bad guys, so that would be the replacement container. Now here's where things get a little interesting. There's Arabesh writing, the Star Wars alphabet, on the side of this container. Somebody translated it before I got to it, and it says, "From Great Pit of Carkoon," which is the resting place of the almighty Sarlacc, in whose belly you will gain a new definition of pain and suffering as you are slowly digested over 1,000 years. So, Great Pit of Carkoon, nice callback to Return of the Jedi. But wait, in the comic book, it says that Han retrieved that Sarlacc from a planet called Ivorcia Prime in the Outer Rim territories. So it wasn't from the Great Pit of Carkoon. Little discontinuity happening there. But the other Arabesh writing says, "Warning, keep clear of beak and tentacles." Now, if you're an old timer like me, you're like, wait a second. Tentacles I could understand, but a Sarlacc doesn't have a beak. Well, it didn't until the special edition, and then they actually have a beak on these things now. So as you can see, I already have a little Sarlacc toy here. And if I'm not mistaken, this toy was a Target exclusive. I meant to look that up before I shot the video. We'll find out. I actually did this styrofoam Pit of Carkoon to go around it. Now I'm sort of tempted, though, to take the central piece out and make me a little Sarlacc containment unit and sculpt the rest of the body and everything, and put the Ghostbusters references on the side. Very cool stuff. I don't know who the Imagineer is that's secretly a ghost head, but if you figure out a way to contact me, I'd love to pick your brain about the design of this Sarlacc containment unit for Dok-Ondar's Den of Antiquities at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Robert's photos are from Orlando. I also found some photos online that I think might be from the Anaheim version, and looks like there was one more Ghostbusters sticker on there, which would be the warning stickers that, here's a danger one right here. I think it might be one of those, but it's a little hard to tell in the photo that I found. So there might even be one more symbol. So big thanks to Robert McGinty and his wife Leslie, or really I should say big thanks to Leslie McGinty and her husband Robert for discovering this at Galaxy's Edge and for sharing it with other Ghostbusters fans on Facebook. And big thanks to Brian E. Niscala, I hope I'm saying that right, who gave me some of the video clips. He's in the Dedrick Builders group on Facebook, and gave me the clips of the Sarlacc and Dok-Ondar to use in this video. Big thanks, because I haven't been there myself yet to take any footage. Hopefully someday. And thanks to the folks at Indoor Express, especially David and everybody else whose photos online I've stolen to incorporate into this video. So, stay tuned and keep watching. And may the Force be with you.